Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Sister Elsmore, and I am going to be your English teacher for this semester. And I am excited to work with you. I understand that many of you have just completed Pathways, and now you are going into the Ensign College, which I am teaching at. This is my first semester here, and I am learning all of the ins and outs of the technology, but not of English. I've taught English for 35 years, so I know how to teach English. It's just we'll just need to work out all of the different little things that happen with changing from one school to another. I taught at BYU Idaho last semester, and I've taught in several different community colleges in Southern California for a long time. So I love it because it couples my love for the Savior with my love for teaching. And with the Savior's help, and with the help of all the wonderful staff at Ensign College, we will get through this. Okay, so when you start off, you're going to see this. This is the home page, and what I would suggest you do instead of starting where clicking here, what I want you to do instead is to go down here to, this will tell you kind of all the different stuff you're going to be doing, but go down to week 1. And that is going to tell you everything you need to do about this week. And so here is the week 1 overview and the question and the question and answer board. And that is the other thing that I told you could communicate with me. At the end of this, you can hit reply and you can ask a question that I will see, and so will everybody else in the class. And then if I don't have an answer, I'll find it for you, or maybe one of your classmates will have an answer. Let's go back up to the top then and go over what you're going to be doing for the overview. That's the quiz. The first is a little quiz that you are going to be taking that you get credit for just for taking it. And so that'll kind of give you your technology skills and things like that. This next one is so fun. I can't believe it. It is so fun. It's reading as a sacred process. So a sacred practice. So you are going to be reading. There's a really cool thing that's called Lectio Divina, which means that you are going to look at things as sacred. Don't worry about going to this because it doesn't work. This link doesn't work. So I'll work on trying to figure out what this is. But what you're going to do is you're going to take Harry Potter as an example of a sacred text, and you are going to look at how texts can be sacred. So you're going to read the first one, the essay number 1, Commitment, The Boy Who Lived. You're going to go to a podcast and pay attention to the podcast, and then you're going to do an exercise that'll be down here a little ways. And then you're going to also pick one other, and you're going to watch that too, because that'll give you an idea of how to do reading as a sacred text. And when you're finished listening, you're going to start a new thread in the discussion board by hitting the reply button. And then this gives you the idea. 2 to 3 sentences describing the episode, 2 to 3 sentences about Lectio Divina and how it will help you with reading, and 2 or 3 sentences about something you read that you consider sacred. Not necessarily the scriptures, but maybe others. And then you have to do it all in order to get the points. And so you are going to also post, after you do your post, then you are going to reply to 2 of your peers' posts and 2 or 3 sentences about that. And this is important. Don't post on comments with threads of more than two or more replies, because you want to find one that somebody else hasn't already posted on. So you have to do the whole thing or you won't get points. And please note this. When discussing what is and is not a sacred text, we are defining sacred in secular terms, or in terms that religious scholars might use to define any number of historical documents. We use sacred more in line with meaningful than spiritual. We are not comparing Harry Potter or any other works to canonized scriptures as proclaimed by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We merely want to encourage you to adopt the sacred practice of reading as you seek after anything virtuous, lovely, of good report, or praiseworthy. And here's an example of how you're going to do that. So that's going to be a fun thing you're going to do this week. The next thing is you are going to be reading Night for the Common Read by Elie Wiesel. I've taught that quite a few times, and it is really awesome. You can access the book on the homepage as soon as everything gets all set up. And you're going to work on a project over the next few weeks. So read all of that and kind of get an idea of what you're doing. But don't get overwhelmed. Right now, just read Night. And then we'll figure out more of that as it comes. Just read part of Night. You won't read it all. And then there's going to be a skill building thing that is going to teach you some grammar. This you will need a code for, and as soon as I get the code, I will give you the code. Okay. And then, oh, that's it. That is it. That's all you're going to do for the first week. So let's go back to the top. If you have any, again, I am really committed to having you succeed. I want to help you do everything that you need to do to succeed in this class. And I will help you in every way that you can. Oh, that's why I put in one thing that I didn't mention to you that I want to mention to you. And that is, get it here, the Who Am I assignment. That is due this week, and it's also going to be a discussion board. And I want to you to answer the following questions and attach a picture of yourself. And then please post your initial response by January 7th and 2 other posts by January 9th. So I want to know where you live, and tell me about your family, and some of you what you want to do when you grow up. That means what are you going to what is your ultimate educational goal? And then something wonderful and unique about yourself. For example, I collect nativities and have about 70 or more of them. So I put the first one in, a picture of me and my youngest great-grandkids, and that is right here. So I love them. They are awesome little babies. So that's what you are going to be doing so that I can see you and know and put a name with a face. So again, brothers and sisters, I already love you, and I am hoping to do everything I can to make this an awesome experience for you. If you have any questions or problems, please let me know. Okay, and we are finished.